Alright, everybody, welcome to the Scott Show. This is Scott here on the show live, making it happen. This is the wake-up call at 6:30 in the morning. So I got on here today, I'm like, okay, well, I want to get more content out. So I'm really excited that I can do that and get more content out, talk to the peeps on the Scott Show, just talk about some random things. So that's why we're here, and it is the wake-up call. I'll be doing the wake-up call sometimes, a few times a week in the morning when I first wake up. I'm like, hey, let's go podcast, and I'm going to try to announce them a little bit more. With this, we're just, trying to work on getting our base, getting our people who love the Scott Show. If you love the Scott Show, please like us on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube, on Speaker.com. Anything right now gets us some cash, and that helps us out big time. So I noticed today, and it's probably going to be something that I push from now on. I am a content provider. That's what I do, is sit on my booty and talk about all the different things that happen. So there'll be days that I'll be on this podcast, or I'll be on YouTube all day long, and that's just how I'm going to have to do it. So we've got some great announcements coming up on the 10/25/50 show, which does roll out tonight, because it's Wednesday. Tonight it will roll out the 10/25/50 show. So we got some great announcements, but I'll make one right here, right now. Super excited to announce that we are, that the 10/25/50 show and the Scott Show and all that is going to be going live in 2018 across this great country of ours. And I say that because we are getting people who we're talking up events such as the Boston Winter Walk, and we've got more events coming up in the summer. Great times to be had. Louisiana is probably coming up in next year, next summer. We've got a whole bunch of different things coming up. I'm going to be producing stuff live from those shows. However, in order to do that, we need you guys to like, share, subscribe, do all the things you need to do. Get the news out there that I am here, and we got this podcast, and you like listening to the Scott Show. What happens is Speaker.com will pay us for our content. YouTube, once we get 10,000 views on YouTube, they'll pay us for our content. So I'm really super excited. We'll be doing videos, state-by-state videos, for the 10/25/50 show, and brand. So enough about that. This is the Scott Show, folks. This is my show where I get just chat about whatever the hell I want to chat about, have a little bit of fun with life, and that's what we're going to do. So I was watching some stuff on wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan, as you guys know. This Sunday, SummerSlam, live from Brooklyn. We got a 4-way match, which I'm super excited about, between Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and Samoa Joe. If you guys are interested in wrestling, and I know some of you guys are like, man, why is he talking about wrestling? This is not cool. But if you guys are interested in wrestling, just so you know, this weekend super busy for us. SummerSlam weekend, NXT TakeOver. It's going to be crazy. We're going to be podcasting like crazy, getting it out there. The reviews, the previews, and we're really super excited. We're going to try to build up our brand with this. That's because that's what we do. And that's what we're going to try to do, so we're really super excited. Now I want to talk to you guys about something I found kind of dumb. Is our president, our El Presidente, making really stupid comments. Again, I don't understand where he's coming from. that he's going to sit there and make stupid comments about what goes on in America. I don't understand where's the logic in our president. The idea that he came out and said, yeah, all sides, and then he's like, I'm against the KKK, and then he comes back and says it's all sides common again. I'm confused, and I know that you're confused, folks. I get that. It's a confusing situation. I am not a supporter of Donald Trump, and I will say that until I fall over. He did, however, make an interesting little fight for himself on Twitter, and he said something quite interesting. I'm actually going to pull up right here, and I said it on the Charlottesville podcast. If you guys are checking out the YouTube and going there, thank you for that. You don't have the Charlottesville podcast, but it was still pretty awesome. So if you guys want to go back into Speaker.com and check it out, you totally can do that. So I am going to find this because he keeps screaming about different people, talking about Luther Strange in the great state of Alabama, because I know they're having an election coming up here. Guam's governor to Trump, I never felt safer with you at the helm. That's interesting. Let's see. Okay, so this is the comment made by our president, Donald Trump. And I just thought it was interesting. Of course, this was probably written by somebody else, but we'll go with it anyway. And the comment is, we all must be united and condemn all that hate stands for. There is no place for this kind of violence in America. Let's come together as one. So I say that because that to me was a really damn good statement. It said what it needed to say. We must all be united and condemn all that hate stands for. And I know that he's talking about both sides and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, hate is hate. And we don't need any of that in our country. We have too much crap going on that we don't need all the hate in our country. So, for not liking the president, I get what he says here. I respect what he says here. That he posted on his Twitter. Even if it wasn't exactly his words. Because it probably wasn't. So, there you go on that. Now, pundits out there on CNN like Simone Sanders like to spread hate. I don't like 24/7 news, even though, hello, now I'm a content provider where I'm pretty much going to be 24/7 news all on my own. But I don't like 24/7 news when it spreads mistruths. Wow, that's a hell of a word to say, isn't it? Alright, so I can't even say it. Just screw it. Because that's funny. But that, when people are lying and coming up with fake news and whatever they're doing, that's just pissing me off, and saying, hey, by the way, you're racist because you follow Donald Trump, and you're racist because you do this. We need to get above that. As Americans, we need to get above that. We always blame the president. I mean, come on. Obamacare got slaughtered on 24/7 news. I was talking yesterday about Obamacare and the fact that 24/7 news just slaughtered Obamacare. It was terrible on all sides. Now, we don't need to talk about the Charlottesville thing as, oh my God, what did or didn't Trump do? Somebody died. There is still hate in this world. Regardless of where this is coming from, It does not deserve to be. So let's not have it be. Let's not take it for what it's worth now, because it's worth nothing. These people are nothing that want to talk and spew all that hate and anger. And it is the white supremacists, it is the KKK, it is the people who constantly spread the hate. And then you have the other side, and then you have people on CNN, you have people who are pundits who talk the great game. Yes, you have Stephen Bannon from who used to be on Breitbart, but then you also have Simone Sanders, who's just as terrible on the other side. And I'm ashamed of where this country's been going. And hopefully we can change it. Now, I am not running for office yet. I will make that statement perfectly clear. Yet, I am not running for office. I want this to succeed. If you guys want me to succeed, make big noise all over the place, check us out on the Scott Show on Speaker.com. 102550 is the brand, the homeless project that I work on. So join us on Patreon. We have PayPal set up. We have our supporter contest. We have a whole bunch of things coming up. So I just thought that was really cool. So I just wanted to bring that up to you guys. And, you know, we got some other stuff coming up here in America coming up very soon. And that's football season. And I know you guys are excited for two reasons. Number one, you're excited that I'm changing the subject from politics to football. And secondly, you're excited that your team could possibly make a trip in February to Minnesota. And I say that because the Super Bowl is in Minneapolis this year at the new U.S. Bank Stadium. We're really super excited to be hosting. Now, I think last year was in Houston, if I'm correct. So I'm going to Google that, because I always want to make sure that I'm right. Because if I'm wrong, then it sucks. So, yes, the 2017 NFL season will end with Minneapolis, Minnesota being the place. February 4th, 2018. Al Michaels will make the call with Chris Collingsworth. Thank God for Google. And that's really funny. See, it actually kind of is really funny because I don't remember where last year's was until I had to think about it. And then I remembered, yeah, it was in Houston. But I didn't care that it was in Houston. I just cared that I lost in a big bet. And the Falcons lost their butt, even though they were playing great. And I'm hoping that they'll make it again. Or the Vikings or the Packers or whoever else wins. Congratulations to them ahead of time. So, football season's coming up, both college football. It's going to be an interesting season. I want to see what happens. I really wish, and I'll be fighting for this, and you're probably going to get sick of me saying this. I want an 8-team playoff for college football. Now you have 120 some odd teams in college football in the bowl division. Give me 8-team playoff, not 4, because there's more than 4 conferences that would be able to bring their champion to the thing. And you have 6 open spots for the 6 big power conferences. Open up 2 spots. 1 spot would be for the lower tier 1, and then you have somebody else who can come in. That's your champion, folks. That's how you get a champion in football, is you have an 8-team playoff. Not this 4-team playoff where all the conferences don't even get involved. Big 10 champion faces off against the Big 12 champion. Big 12, oh my gosh, there's so many. The Big 12 used to be the Big 8. Oh, it's confuzzling. So, I just say that it is 6:45 in the morning, folks, and I'm trying to do this show because I want to get out some content to you guys. Do the wake up call show because I think it's fun, and I want to have fun with life. I want to enjoy what I do here, being a content provider now with the 102550 Homeless Project, with the ScottShow and the big wrestling show that we got coming up. So we'll be very, very busy. But college football is great. I love college football. But then we get to the main event, the pro football. And as long as the Patriots don't win this season, I'll be so excited, and I just can't hide it. And that's funny. We are actually getting messages this early in the morning. Runtastic! Hopefully one of those days there'll be a brand for us talking about how I can be a better runner. And I'm going to go to the gym today, and I'm going to run. I'm going to try to go 2 miles. And on Saturday, I'm actually going to be running in Proctor, Minnesota. So if any of you guys are in Proctor, Minnesota listening up to this, I'm going to be running in a 5K. Super excited. So that's what's going on in my world. Yeah, I don't want the Patriots to win this year. I will just make that statement loud and clear and crystal clear as possible. Any team in the AFC, I swear to God, there'll probably be a bounty on their head. Any team in the AFC. I like Denver. I like Baltimore. I like any team not called the New England Patriots. Any team. So, I would like to see somebody beat the Patriots. So, beat them enough that they don't even make the playoffs, whatever. But if they make the playoffs, beat them in the playoffs. Because it annoys me to pieces. I always want to see somebody else win, which is always a good thing. So, it is what it is. We will be having our football pick'em contest on patreon.com. Check us out there. It's only $10 a month to subscribe to patreon.com, helping out the 102550 Homeless Project. I know I talk about it a lot, but it's the bread and butter of what we do. So gotta make the money at the same time. So I'm actually going to get off of here on the wake-up call. I'm super excited that I can get on here and talk to you guys, just hang out for a little bit. We are going to try to build our brand as much as possible so we can have this wake-up call and be questions. Making comments, making light of things, and hopefully we get some upgrades here where we can have guest hosts or however we do this, and I'll be super excited to answer any questions you guys have to throw at me, the ScottShow, on speaker.com. We are also on my Twitter is Scott Yazel, and my other Twitter is 102550 for the business. So I try to keep them separated, but a lot of times we're just kind of tweeting the same thing because that's what I do. So thank you guys so very much for hanging out with us here on the Scott Show Wake Up Call. I'm going to get off of here now and do my thing, and I'm going to go run in here in like an hour and a half. So I want to thank you guys for listening, and keep it up and get involved.